There has been a lot of change in the online business space recently, and what worked a few years ago, or even just a year ago, to grow a coaching business doesn't necessarily work anymore. And while I'm hearing a lot of marketers saying that you need to hustle harder or make things more complicated, I completely disagree. In my opinion, the smartest way forward right now isn't about piling more on your plate. It's about simplifying things. And today I'm going to be revealing my updated 3-step roadmap to launch, grow, and scale your coaching business, and why I believe it's the smarter, more sustainable way to build your business from the ground up. So if you're a purpose-led coach who's ready to take action to grow your life-aligned, purpose-driven business, but you don't want to hustle your way to get there, then stay tuned because this episode is for you. Welcome to the Life First Coaching Business Podcast, where ambitious, purpose-led coaches trade hustle and burnout for simplicity, freedom, and clients who light them up. I'm Leonie, ex-architect and business owner turned business coach. I'm also a mama, a foodie, and a travel lover, and just a little bit obsessed with online business strategy. If you're craving a business that feels spacious, joyful, and actually fun, you're in the right place. Each week, we'll be diving into the strategies, the systems, and the mindset you need to make your coaching business work for you. So let's dive in. Hello. Welcome to today's episode. It's good to be back on the mic. I've taken a few weeks off for a few different reasons. We've had a lot going on in our life. I've had some big projects on. I have spent some time really reviewing things and thinking about how I want to shift and change things going forward. One of the big changes that's happened for us recently is our little boy has started school, so transitioning from daycare to school. And that's quite a big change in terms of routine and schedule and thinking ahead to things like school holidays. And as you'll know, I'm all about creating life-first businesses. So I've definitely been thinking about how I'm going to restructure things to work to our new schedule, alongside how I can improve things for my clients, how I can improve my offers to make sure they are aligned to what's working in the market now. So I've really been having some time to reflect and think, which has been much needed. So today, I'm going to share some of that thinking with you, and I hope it's going to help you to see how you can simplify things or approach growing your coaching business moving into 2026 in a way that means you don't have to hustle and you don't have to grind your way there. You just need to make sure you're focused on the right things in the right order. So first of all, let's talk about what's changed in the market. The social media landscape has changed a lot. It's a lot noisier online. AI content is a thing now. Takes longer for most people to grow an audience, and the old ways of working where the thought was just post on Instagram every day and you'll build a big audience and clients will come. You can build a course straight away and passive income will just roll in. Those things aren't working anymore. Audiences don't grow overnight, and without clarity on your message, clarity on your process, and experience working with your clients that's proven to get results, those scaled offers can flop, and then coaches are burning themselves out trying to market before they've really nailed the foundations of their business, the things that are going to allow those other strategies to really take off and work. A bit further along in the journey, I've seen this myself, but also in numerous conversations with other coaches, and that's why I think approaching it in this launch, grow, scale sequence is really the best way to grow in this current landscape, in this current market. And there's still so much opportunity when it comes to starting an online coaching business these days, and particularly in the health, the wellness, the personal development space. There's so much more focus for people on those areas of their lives. People are so much more aware of the things that are going to make the difference for them. Aren't about buying new things or going on more holidays. It's actually about doing the work on themselves. And that's amazing because it means that there's more opportunity to make an impact, to help transform people's lives and create successful businesses in this space. But you do really have to make the decision that you're going to be passionate about honing your experience as a coach and your expertise as a coach, but also passionate about honing your skills as a marketer and a salesperson, because those skills are what will allow you to make the most impact with your coaching. And without those skills, you might be the most amazing coach, but no one will know about you and no one will be buying your offer. So be just as passionate, getting good at marketing, because it's a skill that anyone can learn and anyone can master. And it really is the key to unlocking your success in your business. And really, I like to talk about marketing as almost an extension of coaching. It's really about getting into the minds of your ideal clients, to make connections with them, to communicate with them on their level that makes them stand up, listen, and see this new opportunity to change their lives for the better. But let's dive into these 3 phases and help simplify everything for you. So the 3 phases are launch, grow, and scale. All of this is within the context of creating a life-first, life-aligned business. So it's not going to be the same for everyone. It's all about creating something that works uniquely for you, for your life situation, for your goals in your business, and for your passions and the things that light you up as well. So please keep that in mind as we go through these. So your launch phase is when you are just starting up in your business and you're wanting to get to the stage where you're able to sign clients into your offer with confidence, knowing what you need to say, what content you need to put out to attract new people into your business, to nurture them to see your solution as the answer to their problems and feel ready to work with you. And then that you can conduct a discovery call or a sales conversation and get those yeses on those calls so that you can start working with clients inside your offer and honing your skills in delivering that transformation. So really this phase is about signing that first 5 to 10 clients and learning what needs to happen. You want to be focused on getting clear on your strategy. So your niche, the messaging around that niche, and packaging your coaching into a simple offer that facilitates a transformation, and then honing that over time, honing the process, honing the method in that offer as you're working with people, and basically learning to market and sell that particular experience. And not getting caught up in thinking that this is my forever strategy, that it won't develop, it won't evolve, and shift and change over time. Whatever offer you're putting out there, if it's got strategy behind it and you're learning how to create messaging that sells that offer and attracts people, nurtures people, and sells that offer, then you can do it for any other offer as well. So it's the process of really honing your skills in the marketing, honing your skills in delivering that transformation to that client. What you don't want to be focused on in this phase is putting all your eggs into growing an audience and not into making connections and having conversations and clarifying your message and strategy. You don't want to be focused on adding complicated bells and whistles like funnels and freebies and things like that until you're really clear on what it is that you're selling and the thought process that people need to go through to go from a stranger to a buyer, because all of that information is going to feed into making those assets work in the grow phase. So in the launch phase, it's about really honing in on that strategy, creating content with that messaging in mind, seeing how it lands, and aiming to have conversations and make connections with a clear offer to talk about. So the 4 stages of that are really getting clear on your strategy and putting together your first offer, making sure that you can get visible somewhere online where your ideal clients are going to find you, making connections there, and then having a simple sales process to make sales, book and run effective discovery calls, and then putting some systems in place that allow you to create a really amazing experience for your clients and that you feel confident running your coaching container in a way that you can focus on helping that client and providing that coaching to facilitate a specific transformation. And that's your launch phase. And once you've got those first 5 to 10 clients through the door and you know that you've got things working and you feel confident about what you need to do to find clients, build that trust, and then sell to them, then you can move into the grow phase. And that's when you can then start to put that knowledge you've gained into more passive strategies that then, instead of it all being about you being there, making those connections, having those conversations, that some of that nurturing and selling can be happening in the background while you're busy either helping your clients or living your life. So this is where you can start to think about building some simple funnels, having a really strategic high value lead magnet that brings the right people into your world, maybe using some ad spend to direct people to that freebie and getting them onto your email list and sending them some really strategic bits of content that help them learn about your process, help them start to see your solution as the answer to their problem, and get them ready to want to know more about your offer and then to say yes and join your offer. So all of that can be happening in the background for you with some simple automations and systems that you can put in place to start taking some of your time off that marketing and more into your client work. So your time can then start to shift. You've got the marketing knowledge from that launch phase, and now you can apply it to some systems to remove the time you need to put into that work. And then the scale phase is about creating more leveraged offers. Now, as I said, everyone's version of a life first business is different. And you might be a coach that only ever wants to work directly and one-to-one with people. And knowing that you can create a business that does everything it needs for you with that type of model. But for other people, you might hit a ceiling when it comes to your one-to-one work and want to be able to supplement that income or replace that income with more leveraged offers. So things like group programs, courses, masterminds, things like that. So things that are more time leveraged for you, but still really impactful and life-changing for your clients. And the reason it works so much more sustainably, if you focus on doing that in the third phase of your business, is because during those first two phases, you've built up an audience. You've got a list of people who have heard from you for a while, who know about you, who have been in your orbit for long enough to grow that know, like, and trust. So you've got much more ability to sign people into leveraged offers with a proven process, with client results to back it up, in a way where you feel confident. I've done it enough one-to-one with people now that I feel confident to package it up into a program that can be delivered more passively. So that might be that you're creating video recordings. It might be that you're running group training sessions or group workshops, and you will have the confidence on doing that and the audience and the social proof to back it all up. So all those things come together to allow you to hit that scale phase with the right things in place, the marketing knowledge, the sales knowledge, the framework, the process, the deeper understanding of your ideal clients, where their sticking points are, where they need the most support, which phases of the process move the needle most for them and impact them the most. And also the audience that you need to be able to make those leveraged offers work for you. So that's simply the way to break it down. And it doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to take years to do these things. But it's about knowing what to focus on when you're in that phase and not getting distracted by things that aren't relevant to you in the phase of business that you're in, which are going to pull you away from actually getting the results quickly that you need to then be ready to move on to the next phase. And also getting some money in the door, getting some confidence in your business working because you're making sales, you're bringing in income, you're working with clients, you're doing the stuff that you actually love doing, which is the coaching, whilst you're honing your skills in those marketing and sales aspects of your business and the systems side of things as well. So I definitely often see coaches sitting in one of two places at the beginning of their business. And number one would be feeling very overwhelmed by the whole big picture and thinking, oh my goodness, there's all these different things to do. Where do I even start? Or jumping ahead and focusing too much on the things in the grow phase or the scale phase before they've really nailed down the launch phase and got those foundations set and have focused on that one-to-one client work. So the refrain for either of those two situations is that following those three steps and doing it really strategically will make everything feel simpler, lighter, more spacious, less overwhelming, and also more exciting because you'll be getting traction quicker. You'll be seeing wins that will keep you motivated to keep going. And there's nothing less motivating than feeling like you've been putting loads of work into something and not seeing the results and feeling hopeless and feeling like, where am I going wrong? When actually often it's just about making a few tweaks and moving your focus onto the right actions and having the right mindset about it, and everything can change. So I hope this helps simplify things for you. This is not something brand new I'm talking about. I've done an episode on these 3 phases before, but I think it was a good time to revisit it because as there have been a lot of shifts in the market, it's even more relevant, and the detail on what to focus on in each thing is even clearer for me now. And actually, these 3 phases is what I'm going to be moving forward with in my own business in terms of my offers. So there's one clear offer for each of those phases, and that they are crafted in the way that they're going to most help the coach in those different phases. So there's something new coming soon for that launch phase. I've repackaged my launch plan program into something a bit different, something new, and I'm really excited to share more about that probably next week. So keep your eyes peeled if you're interested to know more. And I'm just going to leave you with the thought that your success is not about how fast you do something or achieve something, or about how much you do and how productive you are. It's about making sure you're doing stuff that's in alignment. You're having fun in the process, you're enjoying it, and you know that every single step you take is moving you closer towards that goal that you're trying to create. And you're not trying to white knuckle your way to getting there, but you're calmly taking it step by step and moving forward. And that's the way that we really want to approach growing our businesses, so we can enjoy the process and we can have fun and we can take pride in our resilience and our ability to learn new skills, apply them, have compassion for ourselves when things don't go exactly how we planned, and know that even those hiccups or those things that appear to be failures are actually all helping us learn and move forward towards that business that we're looking to create. And I don't think there's ever an end point where anyone says, I'm done now, everything's perfect. There's always evolution. There's always going to be growth. It's an endless journey. Just enjoying the process and not trying to push it and not trying to get there as fast as possible, but actually move through these phases and see the value in each one of them. So I hope that's been helpful. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. As always, if you have, please get in touch. Let me know your big takeaways. Send me a DM on Instagram or flick me an email. And also, if you know any other coaches that would love to hear this today, if you know it would be helpful for them, then please flick them a message or an email with the link to the episode so they can listen too. Thanks for tuning in. I'm so grateful to have you here, and I'll catch you again soon. Take care.